This is Chris Woods live at the Indianola National Balloon Classic Field. We just got done watching all the major candidates speak about their policies as president, what they'd want to see, what they'd want to do. And I'm here with Chase Martyn, managing editor, I guess, of IowaIndependent.com, a new news magazine here in Iowa. And I guess kind of what was your initial reaction to all 6 of the candidates?
Well, I think you probably have some of the same reaction as I do, Chris. In a certain sense, you go to enough of these and you can sort of predict what candidates are going to say. That said, candidates did seem to have some new things to say today, which surprised me a little bit. I was impressed. I thought that each candidate at least brought one new talking point to the speeches today. They were more critical and more specific about what they wanted to do about the war than they had been in the past, which personally I liked.
What was the biggest issue, I think, that you saw that was new that surprised you?
Well, if I caught it correctly, it sounded to me like Senator Obama committed to not vote for any measures in the Senate that would not include a timetable for withdrawal. Wouldn't vote for any funding measures in the Senate that didn't include a specific timeline. And I thought that was the biggest news of the day because I hadn't heard him say that before. Other than that, I thought Senator Biden gave a great speech at the end that provided contrast to all of the others and just how serious he was, because it is a serious problem, and it was a needed reality check, I think.
Joe Biden talks a lot about Iraq. That's his main issue. I mean, was it worthwhile closing it out for this crowd to basically say Iraq's going to be that issue and I'm the candidate to lead on that?
I think that it seemed to resonate well with those who were here. I was impressed also that not everyone left. Candidate finished speaking, and that was something I expected to see a little more of. I think it shows that supporters are still undecided. Even if they've committed to a candidate right now, they could well change their mind before caucus night in January.
Back to Senator Obama's comments. John Edwards, after President Bush's speech on Thursday, went on the air in a 2-minute rebuttal on MSNBC and essentially said, no timeline, no cutting of funding, no excuses. Is that something that you think Senator Obama just tacitly signed on to?
Well, I think that his speech earlier this week would have been a good opportunity for him to say that, and he didn't do it then, and he disappointed some folks when he failed to commit to it then. So when he committed to it now, I think that's going to do him well in the long run. I think Edwards' paid TV airtime was very effective, and leading on that issue is a smart thing for him to try to do, because it's something that will be difficult for him in the coming months without having a seat in the Senate himself.
Were you here for any of the pre-show? A lot of the statewide elected officials here earlier and everything.
Yes.
What were some of the highlights that you saw from some of their speeches, if there were any?
I thought they all gave great speeches. I was happy that they all could make it. I'm happy that we have a larger delegation this year than we have in the past of Democrats. And I was inspired just by the fact that everyone seems to recognize that we're turning Iowa blue.
Excellent. It seems like there's a lot of other interest groups here, too. I know there was a gay rights group here, Iowans for Sensible Priorities. How effective do you think their message is in talking to supporters, but as well to the candidates today? Do you think it'll be able to resonate and get through?
I see them out everywhere. I think the fact that they're showing up pretty much everywhere they can show up, they're passing out literature everywhere they can pass out literature, it's got to catch on, They wouldn't be still doing it if they didn't think they were at least getting their message out to some folks.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time with us, speaking with us, and so make sure to check out IowaIndependent.com and all of Chase's work and the other fellows there. They're doing excellent work.
Thanks, Chris.